This was probably the hardest braid session ever. I really didn't feel like doing hair, but I ran out of time. I promised Mocha Girl 2 a set of yarn braids for the summer. If you remember that video that I did where I talked about hacking this Satin Strands fusion tool, I talked about it's really made for fusing hair extensions to your hair, but I hacked it to seal Mocha Girl 2's yarn braids. And in the comment section of that video, a lot of you guys told me there is an actual braid sealing tool, and this is the Professional Braid Sealer, and it says Hot Tools Professional. Now I'm going to say right off the bat that there is no tool that was actually made for yarn braids that I found. Both of these were not made for that, and if you look at the instruction manual for this tool, it tells you that it's supposed to be used on synthetic hair. So before I talk about how well it works, know that essentially both of these were hacked. So I'm basically talking about how well it worked for my purposes, but I believe that this would work really well on synthetic hair. This would be excellent. This would seal the ends perfectly. But I'll talk about the problems that I ran into. So here's a clip of me actually using the tool. I would say that when you look at the finished product of the burnt ends, these two are very comparable. As I said before, the yarn fibers do not burn as easily as synthetic hair. And I chose to use this Caron Simply Soft because it's a better color match for Mocha Girl 2's hair. But I have also used the Hearts brand that you could get at any yarn supply store. I've used that and it melts a lot easier. It doesn't melt as well as synthetic hair, but it just wasn't a good color match. So that said, I think that it would take an extreme amount of heat to actually have an experience where as you're using this tool, the rest of it just falls off. I'm pretty sure the synthetic hair would just burn off and you'd be able to move much faster, but that did not happen. It just basically melts the yarn enough so that the fibers fuse together and the braid won't unravel. When I use this tool, over time, I noticed that maybe a handful of the braids did come undone. It was easy to fix. I just had to go back, braid it back up again and seal it again, and it held. And it actually took a long time before I noticed that that started to happen. When I finished using this and saw the kind of hold that I was able to get, I was concerned that maybe the ends would start to unravel even faster with this tool, because I feel like maybe this could be a little hotter. I'll have to look and see how hot both of them get to be able to tell for sure. But I felt like I was able to burn the ends a lot faster with this one. I would hold this tool to each braid for a count of about 20 before I was satisfied that it had melted enough. And again, that's just because I'm using yarn. And if you look in here, you're supposed to be able to put the bigger braid in the bigger circle and the little braids in the smaller circle to kind of clamp them in. And I'm pressing this soft thing to clamp it shut, to clamp it in to burn and seal. But the yarn braids fit into neither one of these well, and so I ended up having to use, there's like a flat area. Let's see if I could show you. I use this flat area right here in the front. That's where I put the braids. and then I closed it and sealed it in. And so that was a little awkward and inconvenient. I felt like I could get a better grasp of the hair with this one than with this one. If I had to say anything that was superior about this one, it was this little plastic stand. The fact that I had this stand that I could easily set this in and rest it the entire time, and you know, not worry about it and keep it on the entire time because I had this stand without it burning up against anything. That's what made this one easier to use to me than this one. But when it comes to my hand getting tired because of squeezing this, my hand got really tired after a while with squeezing this and holding it. This was a lot harder for me than just squeezing this flat iron style thing. This was a lot easier, I guess, ergonomically on my hand. And there's even a thumb resting area. I like this better. So I don't know if this design is better. And I didn't really burn myself with this one. I don't remember complaining about burning myself at all. But with this one, this gold area gets super duper hot. And I burnt like the top part of my finger multiple times and multiple fingers as I was trying to position the hair in this. I think it's because I was trying to position the hair in the flat area instead of being able to slip it where it was designed to be slipped into the hole, and so I burnt myself. So all these problems I'm having is because I'm hacking a tool. It wasn't made for it, I'm hacking it, but it worked. You know, it worked. It worked well enough. I don't know that, you know, I feel like I could use either of them interchangeably. I feel like the results were exactly the same. Let me show you what the final style looked like and what the ends look like. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Share this with someone, please, if you think that it will help them. Be blessed.